in this problem, we're going to try to find the minimum value of a number and its inverse. So we assume that the number that we are trying to find, the sum of its inverse with itself, is positive. Okay, in our case here, we are assuming that both A and B are strictly positive. Okay, so the good thing is that we can use, for those who want to solve this problem, we can use the fact that given any number, we can prove or compute square root of x minus 1 over square root of x squared. This is greater or equal than 0. Even if x is different from 0, even if x is strictly positive. We can start from here and we find the value for these two numbers. So work out this one by carefully choosing A and B and solve. And remember, when you do this, what to get. Okay? If you want to stop the video and work it out, you can do it now. Okay, let's solve this one. So our aim is to find the minimum of a number and its inverse. Assuming that the number is positive. So in our case here, we're trying to find the minimum of A over B plus B over A. But with this hint here, we're gonna work this one out and see what we can get from here. So this is always bigger than 0 because it's a square number. Remember that for all x in R, we have x squared is bigger than 0. The same thing by taking this number to be x except when x is 0 for this particular case. Okay, and x here is defined only when x is positive. Okay, so here this corresponds to our assumption here. So let's find this one. Let's compute the square root of x minus 1 over square root of x squared. So we have the square root of x squared plus 1 over square root of x squared minus 2 square root of x times 1 over square root of x. So this one is positive. We don't have the absolute value problem. It's going to be x. The same thing for this one here, 1 over x. And this is just 2 because we cancel by this 2. This is greater or equal than 0. We will explain why. So therefore, this is bigger than equal than 0. Therefore, this is x plus 1 over x is greater than 2. Okay? Why do we have the equal sign here? Greater or equal? Because we can have x is equal to 1 over x when x is 1. Assume that x is 1. You have x is 1 and 1 over x is 1. Therefore, x plus 1 over x is 2. That's why we have this greater than or equal. Okay? For our case here, okay, so since x is positive, we let x equals a over b, and therefore 1 over x is b over a. Okay? So therefore, we have 1 over a, b over a, or a over b plus b over a is bigger than 2. So what's the minimum value? The minimum value is 2. Okay? This answers our question. So what's the minimum value for this one? It's 2. Okay? So you can also do more than this. We can also graph the function. Okay? And see that it happens when these numbers are equal. This value, we have these two numbers are equal. We can do it in general, or we can do it from here. So given that x is positive, we can just multiply x squared plus 1 bigger than 2x. So that means x minus 1 squared is bigger than 0. Okay? So that means when x is 1, we have the equality. And that means we have this 2 here. Okay, there are many other ways to prove this result, but simple algebra like the one that we did proves this result, that a over b plus b over a is always bigger than 2. And in general, given any positive number x, x plus 1 over x is bigger than or equal to 2, and we have equality when x is equal to 1 over x, which is 2, which is in this case 1 1, and their sum is 2. Therefore we have the equality when these two numbers are the same, and this happens when both of them equal to 1. Okay, this proves our result. We can also do some graphing for this what do we call it, this function, and see where can we exceed to. But we're not going to do that. This is enough for us. The algebra answers our question, so the minimum is 2. Thank you.